Welcome to UFC Connected. When Swedish bantamweight Lina Lansberg was searching for a new head coach, she turned to former UFC featherweight Akira Corassani. The relationship grew into more than just a professional one, and now the two are sharing their MMA journey together as partners. Let's head to Malmö in Sweden to find out more in Fighter Focus.
Usually I'm the one sitting down and drinking coffee, and Akira is the one doing this. This is just for the cameras. We actually trained together and knew each other maybe 15 years ago. Then he moved to New York when he fought for the UFC.
I actually do stuff.
Okay, you can clean this up.
I eat popcorn every day.
When I got back to Sweden from being in America for a while, she had started doing MMA. I opened a gym. She came to train and I coached her. Later on, turned something else.
Just turned out to be something more than just friends and trainer-student relationship.
I think she liked me.
He's my closest friend, closest, everything.
We spend 24 hours a day together. We live together. We eat together. I have a different emotional investment in it, and she has emotional investment in me, and it's cool. It's very special.
The way I saw him 15 years ago, I wouldn't believe he could be a good coach. He was a bit too crazy.
Let's go.
But he knows the game in a totally other way than my previous coaches.
Bro, nice.
He knows me better than anyone, and he really knows buttons to push.
Time! When she's really she does good, so I her off sometimes. So my excuse is I don't do the dishes sometimes, just so I want that, that edge in training. Knä, knee. Nice.
In training, it can really be like, you, shut the up.
Kommer det när du är för nära? Ha? Men sluta, stoppa nu.
And then need to apologize and say sorry and make him dinner and everything. If I did train with a coach that I didn't know this good, maybe I would behave a little bit better sometimes. now it's easy, to get angry and scream and cry and things like that.
I think I do a good job by not being a boyfriend here. When we get in here, it has to be work. It was more challenging before, but honestly, we got better at it. And now it's just fun and games, Now that's an eyelash right there. I'm not just a coach. I'm a fashion designer.
With him,
I'm
like, babe, you have food here in the beer. Again.
She picks out the food out of my beer, and I'll take her eyelash. You see that? That's a husband right there.
All right, I go.
Making her way back to the octagon, out of Sweden, the Elbow Queen, Lina Lansberg.
When I corner Lina, it's not like coaching the other guys. It's different.
Justering direkt.
I think I'm more nervous, when she fights.
Framåt! 1-2 djup! Hamna på utsidan!
For me, it's just to stay focused and get her through those 3 rounds.
He knows what to say, he knows what stresses me out, how to make me feel safe, and he knows me, deeply. I don't think that many coaches know their fighters that deep.
Deep breath. Give me a deep breath, okay?
Hon spyr en hink, Lina. Hör du? Älskling, du är fantastisk. Kom igen, upp med andningen.
Body kick from Landsberg. Big elbow there. Lina Landsberg over the top.
She likes those hard, dirty fights. So sometimes it's not that easy. She's been fighting tough fighters. She's been fighting the best.
Fan vad bra. Skiter i resultat, jag är så jävla stolt. Det här tar vi, kom igen. Fan vad nice.
Being so happy and successful with something that you have put so much energy into, it's really nice to share that with somebody that it's, the closest to you. When people tell me, like, this is so awesome. Doing something like this together with your partner, getting to know somebody like this, testing your relationship like this as well, it's really something special.
It's very special to be in a relationship and also coaching, you know. People from outside say, how do you guys do it? You guys are, you know, you still haven't killed each other, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I think just we respect each other. I've lived that life. I know exactly where she's at, what she's doing, and that's where I am, support 24/7. If I would have been just another guy who's never been into it, I think it would be over in 6 months. I'm kind of a shadow in the room, you know, seeing myself going through it again and trying to be as good support as I can.
Imagine, you know, in the future having kids, you know, just watching TV and seeing mom and dad, the TV. Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely something really special.
In 2015, Joanna Je defeated Carla Esparza to become the UFC strawweight champion. That memorable victory started a title reign for Joanna that saw her completely dominate the division for over 2 years. Joanna looks back at the night that started it all in My Moment.
In 2015, after 2 wins in the strawweight division in the UFC, I got a chance to fight for the strawweight belt against Carla Esparza. I remember this press conference in LA. I was new to people, to the media, to the fighters. They didn't know who I was. I did like, she can say whatever she wants to say. I was going to become the UFC strawweight champion of the world.
Introducing the challenger, Joanna Je!
At the weigh-ins, just day before the title fight, I was very confident and I knew that I was going to win, but I remember I was so pumped but so calm in the same time because I felt that my life was about to change.
115 for the champion!
Carla's fighting name is a Cookie Monster, so I asked my manager to buy a cookie. But then she checked the date and that the cookie was expired. But so sorry, I just wanted to make her happy. What I can say, like, so sorry.
We are back in Dallas, Texas.
UFC 185 was a pay-per-view show, and the pay-per-view shows are always stocked with the best UFC fighters, and I was happy that I was the co-main event. It was such a big deal for me, for Polish people from, not only from Poland, but for the Polish community from around the world.
Perfect, for knockout.
I felt that I wanted to show to people why I became a challenger, why I was going to become a champion.
6-time Muay Thai world champion, Joanna Jedrzejczyk.
I like to see my fans while I'm walking to the octagon. I'm getting pumped with every second, with every single person at the arena. I love when people are cheering my name, and I knew that these people were going to see the best of me and that I was going to change my life. I always look very deep into my opponent's eyes. And I remember I look at Carla, she didn't want to look at me. So I look at her coaches and they were like so cocky, like, oh, we will beat your ass, you Polish chick. And then I was like, okay. You confident? I'm more confident and I'm ready for it.
Well, she certainly is the more decorated striker. The question is she going to be able to get those strikes off with the superior wrestler in Carla Esparza?
Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Here we go!
I remember that Carla said that she was going to wrestle me, that I'm not a wrestler, I'm not a complete MMA fighter.
She's going to push forward and look to put Joanna Jedrzejczyk on her back.
There's the single. So far, good takedown defense by Joanna.
I had to learn very quick how to defend takedowns and how to wrestle with a proper wrestler because Carla Esparza's background was wrestling, so.
We'll see how many of those Joanna can defend.
She had only one plan, shoot and take me down.
Carla is just on her like a bulldog.
But my takedown defense was getting just better and better.
I'm seeing great takedown defense from Joanna Jedrzejczyk.
Grapplers sometimes they are confident that they can take you down. It was not good for Carla that she thought that. Carla is a typical wrestler, and she was not ready for a good striker.
As she's backing up, her hands are down, her chin is up.
It was too much for her, you know. After first round, my coach told me that I should keep on doing what I was doing in the first round because the victory was just around the corner.
There's a giant advantage for her in the stand-up.
After first round, I knew that Carla was broken. I hit her with one elbow while I was breaking the clinch.
Oh, nasty elbow. Oh, man, nasty combination.
I think it was one of the turning points in the fight.
It is a terrifying position to be in for Carla. Unable to take her down or hold her down and just getting battered. Just constant punishment by Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Oh, man.
I knew that it was only about the time to finish the fight. I felt like, do it here and now, throw a few punches.
And Sparks is tough.
God.
She's got rocked. And again. And again.
They can stop
Looking
this
to finish
fight.
it right. It is all over. Joanna Jedrzejczyk is the new UFC Women's Strawweight Champion.
Complete, total domination.
I couldn't believe it. It just happened, you know. I was super, super, super happy.
Just an amazing performance, the best performance of her UFC career. And it was in the most important fight of her career.
Oh gosh, it was one of the best moments in my life. Dana put the belt on my shoulder, I feel, because the belt was big and I was a strawweight. After every victory, of course, I'm happy that I won, but I'm kind of heartbroken for my opponents, what they have to go through. And after I lost a few fights in my fighting career, you know, I know what does it mean, but it's this type of sport. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose and learn, and that's it. Getting in the UFC and winning the belt was life-changing for me, and I'm very thankful to Dana and the matchmakers and the UFC. I'm Joanna Andrecheck, and that was my moment.
You're watching UFC Connected. UFC flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko is one of the most accomplished Muay Thai practitioners in the UFC. It comes as no surprise that she heavily relies on her striking base in the octagon and has adapted it into her game to become a highly skilled mixed martial artist. Valentina explains some of her go-to techniques in Signature Series.
My name is Valentina "The Bullet" Shevchenko, and this is my signature series. My style is more than Muay Thai, it's Taekwondo as well. That's why I have in my style a lot of spinning kicks.
Oh, wheel kick. Beautiful.
Techniques that you usually can see in Taekwondo ITF. First move we're gonna talk about is spinning back fist. During the fight, there is a lot of situations when you can apply different techniques, but I like to apply very difficult techniques.
She's just such a world-class striker.
Spinning back fist, I use usually when it's distance for a punch.
Oh, my.
Sometimes it's just confusing my opponent. She just don't know from what side to expect this punch. First movement is step forward with your forward leg. Then your back leg follows the movement. You move your legs first and then you strike with your spinning back fist. When you spin straight with your eyes, find your opponent. To make your punch with more precision, you have to see where you're hitting. The second technique, we go with Superman punch. This is one of my favorite techniques as well. The first move that I do in my Superman punch is step with my forward leg. In the same moment, when I start to jump, I use the momentum to bring my knee up together with my fist, and my leg go back and my fist go forward. This is where I get the power for my punch. The third move, spinning back kick. A spinning back kick, I use it a lot in all my fights. It's one of my favorite techniques. It's very effective and powerful, but in the same time, if you don't know how to do it right, it can be very dangerous for you. It works very similar with spinning back fist because we have the same movement as a key. My first movement is step with my front leg. When you turn, your heel have to turn same with your body, and then your leg will follow your body. In my fight with Joanna, I was able to make this kick more than one time.
Oh! She is fast.
You could see how powerful this kick is. Sometimes it's throw your opponent back to the other end of the cage. Sometimes you can finish your opponent by KO.
Valentina Shevchenko!
My name is Valentina "The Bullet" Shevchenko, and that was my signature series.
20 years into his professional career, heavyweight veteran Alistair Overeem is still competing at the highest level in the UFC. Titles in multiple promotions and an always entertaining fight style have made the Dutch striker an international fan favourite. As he continues on his journey, Overeem reflects on his career and gives us an insight into the mind of a fighter in Warrior Code.
I think I've always been a fighter. I've always kicked ass. I mean, even before I professionally was a fighter, I would have fights in the street and even got me in trouble a couple of times. Some people will never be fighters, and then some people are just born fighters, not really by choice, I guess. To me personally, it's an outlet. I'm just a physical person like that, and I was able to transfer it into this beautiful sport, MMA. The rewards have been beautiful, right? I've made a living out of it. I've traveled the world. I've got some nice belts back home. The sport has given me a beautiful life as reward. What motivates me is that I just love to train. I just love to improve. I have my own goals. Of course, UFC Gold to win the title. That would be a great closing of my career. But besides that, just improving my game, that just motivates me every day. To me, it's a pleasure to go to the gym. It doesn't feel like work. I would have difficulty having a 9-to-5 job. Instead, I found something I love and I'm spending 24/7, 365 on it. I like fighting. I like the fight day. I like fight week. You know, fight camp is usually where the work is and where it's kind of boring and you're tired. During the fight, you're loaded and you're just sharp and it's showtime. Yeah, it's tension, right? It's like it can go right or it can go wrong. You can also get hurt, it can go terrible. Anything is possible at that moment. I put a lot of trust in my training, so I always feel great. I always feel confident. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just cruising with it.
Alistair, it's your time, man.
Some people crack under that pressure, other people thrive. It is a fight. It is going to be back and forth. You're going to get hurt. You just need to realize those things and you'll be fine. A mixed martial artist has the code of sport, and a fighter is a little bit rebel, confrontational. When you have your game plan, then it's a mixed martial artist, but sometimes you got to double down, you got to bite down, you got to dig deep, And then the stubborn guy, the fighter, the rebel, he comes out. You know, where other regular people who are not used to adversity, who maybe are less of a fighter, maybe more weak-minded, would give up, give in. The stubborn guy, the rebel, he doesn't. He keeps on going.
Another win and another stoppage for Alistair Overeem. Oh my goodness! It is all over! Wow!
Well, it's first a rush that the mission completed. Also then the method, right? If it's a game plan or strategy or technique that you've been practicing over and over again. Like, for example, the Orlovsky kick. I've been training that kick for a bit, and it just landed perfectly clean. It's undescribable. No words can describe it. I think us fighters go through amazing stories. My career in particular has been a very long adventure. I think I was built for it. I've been all over the world, fought 89 fights, kickboxing, MMA. I'm just doing my thing. I'm following my passion. It's been a great adventure and still going strong. I would do it all over in a heartbeat.
That wraps us up for another episode. Join the conversation online by using the hashtag UFC Connected. I'll see you next time.